get set, where them hands, where them holes, where them throws, you know what I'm saying?
And while they were here, they always wore masks to avoid being known.
All right, so one thing that people like to debate about is what's real and what's fake in the martial arts. And a lot of times they're usually trying to talk about what styles are real and what styles are fake. But somebody posted this link actually in the martial arts community on Facebook. It's a link to a CIA document where they're talking about chi powers. And they're saying that we need to come up with a way to measure chi. Because according to this document, and this is not anything top secret, it says it's approved for release on 2001, March the 7th, challenging problems to modern physics. I'm going to put a link to it below the video. So what were we talking about before? I was saying, like, if there was a such thing as, like, if this stuff is truly real,
right?
Because we've both seen people do no-touch knockouts.
Right, like the Jedi powers. If you said the Jedi powers are real, then maybe whoever's in this document, maybe they know it. Because we haven't seen the Jedi powers, but we've seen no touch.
Right. And even a no-touch that I've seen, I haven't seen anything that I could say you could use combatively, like.
Right. Just throw it at someone if they're charging you.
Right.
Or they pull out a weapon, they can use it on you.
Yeah, like you could throw somebody at will, like you just project stuff out of your hands and just knock them out.
Right.
That is what would make it useful to me. I mean, so it's not like I don't believe that there's chi. I know that there's chi.
Right.
I mean, I have done things to help heal myself along. I mean, it's in addition to what I normally do in terms of medicine. I've done that. One condition I have actually found because I felt it in chi. But I mean, I couldn't cure it with that. I still had to go to the doctor. But in order for me to really say that it's functionally combative, I want to be able to just throw people at will with it, just like without not even thinking about it,
right,
without touching them. That's, to me, is the hallmark. Now, remember what you were saying earlier?
What?
You were thinking that people may, if you, let's say somebody could do things where they could push people with the force.
Right.
Wouldn't you think the authorities might come after them?
That's something. I think cops may come after them, or people will be challenging them constantly, or they be stalked.
My thing is, if you don't go around telling people that you can do it, then they're not going to know.
Right.
And I don't really see the authorities coming after you unless you're using it to hurt other people. But as long as you're just minding your business, doing your chi thing, and if somebody comes after you, you knock them over or knock them back or knock them out without touching them, who are they going to tell? I think they're going to be too scared or embarrassed, or they're not going to believe it anyway. They're going to think that you actually hit them. I don't think they would truly believe it unless their mind was already open to it.
Right, right.
And not only that, even if you can do this stuff, I mean, it still is not mightier than a gun, in my opinion.
Right.
And you're going to have to be able to stop bullets in the air like Neo did. What was that, the second Matrix or the third Matrix? That was the second Matrix. Yeah, the second Matrix. You'd have to be able to stop bullets like that in the real world in order for people to, in order for it to really be a threat to any type of system, in my opinion. All right. Now, I was thinking about reading this. If I read this whole paper into the thing, that might be kind of boring, I think.
Yeah, it would be.
But let me read it. Let me do this abstract, though. It says, at present, most of Qigong, Chinese yoga, and related paranormal phenomena cannot be explained by modern physics. It is necessary to create a new branch of physics that would incorporate, quote, thinking field, quote, and would deduce principles of motion in such a field and its interaction with matter. Clearly, we are facing the arrival of a new scientific revolution.
Wow.
Okay. And that's another thing. A lot of people that are anti-chi and just want to say, oh, it's fake and you guys are delusional for even doing like the no-touch stuff that I've done. People didn't believe in germs at one time either, and germs are real. People didn't believe in viruses at one time, and those are real.
Right.
You know what else you can't really see, hear, smell, or touch? Helium. Helium's real. So
gas.
Yeah.
Gas.
The very air that we breathe.
Air, gas, gasoline.
Right. That's real. And I'm thinking that we just don't have an instrument that can measure it right now. And once we can measure it, like remember this Dragon Ball Z where they have the goggle
Yeah.
that can read the person's energy level.
Yeah.
Once we get stuff like that, then I think people will believe it more and see that it's real. Have you ever done meditation to the point where you can see the energy that's like going through everything, like you've gone out of body?
Yeah, I've got once or twice.
Yeah, I did that once in a yoga class. It was totally by accident too. I wasn't looking for that. So that's why when people talk about yes, we're all interconnected, yeah, on like a maybe on a subatomic level we are because we're all in the same universe. But to be able to manipulate that, that's definitely not something I can do. And if somebody told me they could do it, I wouldn't be inclined to believe it either. I'd have to see them do it and take it up, take some kind of measurements of it, and then do it. So, I mean, I'm not a diehard believer, but I'm not a diehard skeptic either. I guess that's where I'm trying to go with it. All right. So this says in this paper, let's see. Somatic research conducted in recent years indicates that occurrences of paranormal phenomena are induced by some people while they are in a Qigong state or in a similar paranormal state. For example, Mr. Chi Qigong, an ordinary worker in a Beijing factory, gained after Qigong training clairvoyance and mental telepathy skills and became a well-known psychic healer in China. And he could do all that, but this is what I told you. This is annoying to me. And he's supposed to be able to do all that, but he still had to have a job. It ain't, Chi ain't pay his bills for him. He couldn't Qigong that mortgage payment. And I said, if I could Qigong the mortgage payment, I'd probably be more of a believer. You know what I'm saying? But all right. In November 1987, the author participated in an experiment during which, by the admission of Qi, a Qigong master has altered the taste of a cup of liquor. This change has yet to be confirmed by gas chromatogram analysis. Yang Xin, one of the most famous Chinese Qigong masters, has cooperated with scientists in the famous experiment. By emitting Qi from the distance of 2,000 kilometers. Wow. He has influenced chemical reactions and has changed molecular structure of the sample, such as tap water, saline and glucose solutions, and other biological media. After the emission of Qi, laser Raman spectra showed big changes indicating alterations in the molecular structure. One may conclude that at that time, the Chinese research of Qigong has reached the molecular level. So this person has gone to the molecular level, according to this paper.
That is crazy. It's amazing.
I know, right? The most puzzling among various paranormal phenomena is psychokinesis, PK. PK shows not only that people who can induce it have paranormal abilities, but what is even more important, PK reveals a paranormal mode of interaction with and motion of the matter. On January 8, 1988, the author with his 7 colleagues visited the Institute of Space Medical Engineering and watched in person demonstration by Mr. Zhang Baozhang, the most famous person in China with paranormal abilities. Number 1. Dang it.
You still want to keep reading it?
I lost it. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe I lost this thing just by moving the mouse. Oh boy, sorry listeners. I can get it back. And that is why the computer cancer stuff for you. Alright. Mr. Zhang extracted through the walls of a tightly closed bottle many medical tablets without any visible damage neither to the bottle nor the tablets. The tablets were in a clear glass bottle with a tight rubber plug. Part of the plug consisted of a fold-out rubber skirt, providing a firm and difficult-to-remove lid. Mr. Zhang transferred some candles and fresh flowers into a sealed envelope without opening it. Mr. Zhang wrote some Chinese characters on the outside of the envelope and transferred these characters into the letter paper that had been previously sealed inside the envelope. Then again, without opening the envelope, he tore the paper in the envelope into 2 pieces and extracted one of the pieces. After that, prior to opening, the envelope was inspected and was found well sealed and not damaged. Next, the candles and flowers were extracted from it. The torn edges of the two pieces of paper, were matched with each other. Number 4. By means of PK, Mr. Zhang damaged a working watch held by one of the visitors. That's incredible.
That is scary. Oh, they sound like angels.
Yeah, I mean, now that's another thing. Is that we believe Jesus can turn water into wine, but yet I'm skeptical when another person claims to be able to do it, even though he says in the Bible that we're going to be able to do what he can do and even greater things. Remember that? I'm paraphrasing.
It does says that.
Says these are things, greater
right.
things or something like
Yeah,
that.
greater things, and still yet greater things to come.
Right. So he says that Jesus hints that we can do some of the stuff that he does.
Right.
It was reported. This is back in the paper. It was reported to us by a leading member of the ISME that in recent years, thousands of experiments have been performed showing that the demonstrated phenomenon are reproducible and can be recorded by a modern equipment such as a video camera. These miraculous phenomenons are neither a magic trick nor a superstitious fiction. They are scientifically verified experimental facts. After several years of research, somatic scientists have already found some rules responsible for induction of paranormal abilities. Right now, Mr. Zhang is not the only person in China with such abilities. A philosopher said, quote, "Miracles are not against the nature, they are only against our understanding of the nature." End quote. Obviously, these miraculous phenomena raise challenging problems to modern physics. A series of questions has to be answered by modern physics.
That is crazy.
So they're saying, I mean, unless this is a complete work of fiction here, which it doesn't seem like it is. This is from the CIA reading room, Freedom of Information Act. I'm going to put a link down below. I mean, people are doing stuff. It's being recorded, and they're saying that they're not making this stuff up.
All right. So maybe the Jedi powers are. This is beyond Jedi powers, though.
It's just that we don't know how to do it. All right, here, I'm going to skip down here. Let's see. Among the many questions that the physicists have to answer are the following. Number 1, is Chi, as emitted by Qigong masters, a new type of radiation? What is the nature of it? Is it a beam of particles or an electromagnetic wave? Does it have a charge or not? Can it be shielded by various materials or not? Although some measurements show that Chi has some infrared content. Good gosh. This content cannot account for all the effects attributed to Chi. In particular, it is impossible to imagine transportation and accumulation of infrared radiation over a distance of several thousand kilometers. Number 2, what are the principles of interaction between various materials and Chi emitted by a Qigong master? Number 3, what are the limits of Chi's impact on matter? Namely, since Chi emitted by a Qigong master can influence chemical reactions and molecular structure of matter, can also have an impact on nuclear reactions and nuclear structure. This is an especially interesting question for nuclear physicists. Number 4, some individuals like Mr. Zhang can make objects. I can't read that.
Can make objects.
They struck this.
It doesn't say that they blocked it out.
Yeah.
That's weird.
It looks like it says can make changes to the bottle and the objects. Number 5, what are the properties of PK force? What are the principles of motion interaction under the PK force? Those are some good questions. This is some other stuff in here. They're starting to go into some of the mathematics of it.
So I wonder if that Avatar stuff is real.
I don't know. We got to be able to manipulate matter, move matter. So this is saying that it's basically Qigong masters that are able to do this, but that's probably not the only people.
You think so?
I don't think they would be the only people that could do it. So that's about a third of the paper. I'm not going to read the whole thing because a lot of this document is just the same thing over again, and then they got the original Chinese text. So they're saying that people can use Qigong masters have developed the ability to move objects and things, to manipulate objects with Qi, to change the state of water into other liquids with Qi. Okay? I'm saying, Raymond and I are both saying that,
That Jesus did that.
yeah, well, Jesus did that. And also, or can we move things using Jedi powers? Now, if we can, I'd like to learn how to do it. But see, at the same time, if I do learn how to do it, I'm not putting that on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm not either.
I just know how to do it. And I'll be, I'm not going to just teach that to people willy-nilly either.
Yeah.
Because you don't know. You have to, I think for a lot of that stuff, if it's real, you probably have to evaluate the character of whoever you're teaching it to. Make sure they won't abuse it. Even make sure that they're emotionally stable enough so that they won't get angry and just cheat somebody and hurt them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't want them, this burger's cold. Chi! Oh, I'm sorry. I'll bring you some ketchup. You don't need that.
Yeah.
You don't need that. So, but this is some interesting reading. And, hey, take a look at it. Internet, what do you think? I know what y'all think, but I'm still going to put this up here. They're probably, well, let's see how negative it gets. Put your comments in the comment section. And, if you're going to go troll, at least be funny if you're going to troll. Thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Please share it to people that talk about the martial arts and peace. And am I a Qigong master? No. Have I done some things with Qi? Yes.
Thank you.
But I can't use it. I shouldn't say I can't use Qi in a fight. It amplifies what I still will have to do physically. But I mean, like Yoda and the Emperor push. I ain't got that. I'm not there yet. That's not me. Not right now. Peace.